The sounds of the 70s. Rally cries.
Eight, seven,
Space shuttles.
6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start. We have.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
And Fleetwood Mac. But nothing will be quite as iconic as the cultural changes the United States went through during the decade. Amid these changes rose the idea of the Californian Ideology. An ideology is defined as a set of attitudes or beliefs by which people organize and live their lives, and the Californian Ideology is no different. According to Richard Barbrook and Andy Cameron in their 1995 article, The Californian Ideology, this concept, quote, emerged from a bizarre fusion of the cultural bohemianism of San Francisco with the high-tech industries of Silicon Valley. They go on to say, quote, the Californian ideology promiscuously combines the freewheeling spirit of the hippies and the entrepreneurial zeal of the yuppies. Overall, the Californian ideology combines a belief in the power of the individual, a very liberal idea, and the faith in the free market to solve inequalities, a conservative, neoliberal point of view. This ideology was born in the 1970s when the United States was torn as a result of the Vietnam War. The younger, liberally educated 20 and 30-something-year-olds split from normal society and formed communes to practice alternative styles of living. They were coined the New Communalists. Their goal was to escape the hierarchies of organized government and society and live off of the land. In doing this, they adopted a contradictory relationship with technology.
One peculiarity of the counterculture in the 60s was that it was inherently really anti-technology. I think it thought technology came from government, it came from corporations, and we're going back to basics. We don't need technology. Except our hi-fis, of course, and our drugs. And those could be the more technically refined those were, the better. But by and large, technology was supposed to be bad.
That was founder and editor of the Whole Earth Catalog, Stuart Brand. These communities were trying their hardest to separate themselves from everything America stood for at the time. They were anti-hierarchy, anti-war, anti-bureaucracy, anti-status, and fostered a sense of technological determinism. That being said, they used technology in a way that changed the way people thought, whether that be through music or the Whole Earth Catalog itself. That's part of the Californian ideology. It's a link between technology and creativity. It's the use of technology to change people's minds about the world and shift their consciousness towards a more fluid way of thought. The New Communalists were pessimistic about the use of technology to fuel social change. When it came to technology in the 70s, not everybody had a voice. Not everybody was equal, and the only way to change that was to change people's way of thinking, not with technology. The New Communalists were about giving people a voice. The concept of free speech was very important in their communities. Jay Rosen, author of The People Formerly Known as the Audience, would support the Californian ideology and the wishes of the New Communalists. Rosen believed in the power of the individual. He wanted to see a world where creativity and innovation had a place to flourish free from big companies. He punctuates his point by speaking directly to media conglomerates. Quote, "You don't own the eyeballs. You don't own the press, which is now divided into pro and amateur zones. You don't control production on the new platform, which isn't one-sided. There's a new balance of power between you and us." End quote. That's what the Californian ideology is truly about. Balance. Balance between left and right-wing philosophies. Balance between the utilization of technology and not giving it too much power, and the balance between community and hierarchical organized society. Thank you for listening, and in true New Communalist fashion, stay hungry, stay foolish.